Hello, my beautiful rainforest friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I'm an illustrator by day and intuitive reader by night. So for the month of August, I thought I'd do something a little more casual as I'm getting more comfortable with reading tarot and reading oracle cards, and I have a number of videos up now, so I'm starting to find out what I like and what I don't like and what you like and what you don't like. So for the month of August, I'm going to put up weekly readings based on what the cards want to share with you, based on the oracle decks, based on the tarot cards that I pull, and we'll just see what comes out. I would love it if you would give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment below to let me know which pile you chose, maybe why, and if it resonated. That will help me figure out what you like and what you don't like about the reading, and to help my channel grow in the long term. So I hope this reading offers you some clarity, insight, or guidance. And yeah, keep in mind this reading is general, so it naturally will not resonate with everyone. And this reading is just for fun. The cards are not predictive of the future due to the fluid nature of life, energy, individual circumstances, and your own free will. So take whatever resonates in these readings and leave the rest for someone else. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from the deck today. And we're going to see if any jumpers come out first. And then if not, then we'll pull from the top. Okay, so we're going to start with that. And then we'll pull the rest from the top. Okay. So the first card for pile 1 is Fellow Travelers. Support is all around you. For pile 2, Uncovering Treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And for pile number 3, Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. So take a moment and decide which pile is speaking to you the most. Head down into the description box below to find the timestamp for your reading, and we'll see you there. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the Fellow Travelers Oracle card. And this could speak to a journey and having supportive people around you. That could be a journey in traveling, a journey in life. And I just feel like you have a lot of support around you at this time. So let's see what your reading has to share with you today. What does the tarot have to share with you today? Okay, so we're going to start there, and then we'll pull the rest of the cards in a minute here. So the first card that came out was the 6 of Swords in reversed. I believe the second card that came out was the 7 of Wands. The third card is the Queen of Swords in reversed. And the fourth card is the Page of Pentacles. So the starting energy with the reversal of the 6 of Swords speaks to a journey that has not yet happened or has stalled in some way. And that journey could be a trip. It could be you not wanting to leave a certain situation. So it could be a spiritual journey or a physical journey, maybe even a metaphorical journey. But you're not quite ready to move on. And I feel like you've had to come to the defense of yourself in this decision, that you're not quite ready to leave, depart, move on. I feel there is a sense of having to stand up for this decision, stand up for yourself with the Seven of Wands. And there might even be a lack of clarity or a lack of communication in this process. Maybe there's a sense of you not really understanding or knowing how to articulate this decision. It might be a little foggy as to why you're doing what you're doing, why you're not doing what you're doing. So there is a lack of clarity, a lack of communication, or maybe just some misunderstandings, which could be the reason for this Seven of Wands. But I feel you do have the sense for adventure, and you're on the precipice of that new adventure. You want to leave. You want to go on that journey, whatever that journey is for you. But you're not quite ready. And it might not make sense to other people. It might not even make sense to you. But understand with your oracle card that there is support around you. You just might not be seeing it at this moment. And even if it is a spiritual support, whether it's spirit, universe, God, angels, whatever you believe in, your soul, yourself, you have to be able to, and I feel like you have to be able to not only come to your defense, but understand and be okay with the decision that you've made to not depart, to not leave yet. I almost get a sense of unfinished business, and that you will go about this journey when you feel ready. And nobody else can tell you that. Nobody else can give you a time frame. Nobody else can tell you when or where or under what parameters that needs to happen. This has to come from you. So let's see what the rest of the deck has to share. We're going to pull 4 clarifying cards. So what is the Six of Swords about? The King of Wands in reversed. So I'll just show it to you upright. And it came out reversed. So the King of Wands is a really passionate fellow. And keep in mind, this is all energy. It has nothing to do with masculine, feminine. But the King of Wands, he doesn't sit still when he's in the upright position. He wants to follow every pursuit of passion. And he's got the determination and the gusto to do it. He's got the experience, and he delegates to help that dream come true. But he's in the reversed position, which means he's not doing that. So there might be a lack of motivation, a lack of passion, a lack of determination, maybe just a stagnancy of some kind. Or there's a lack of movement because maybe you're not sure how and when. Especially when we're pairing these together, speaking about transition and making that transition, and because it's in reverse, we're not quite making that transition yet. And it could be because you don't have the passion to do so at this time. You don't have the motivation to do so at this time. Or maybe there is, again, coming back to the Queen of Swords, a lack of clarity. Maybe even a lack of support, because you can't get people to help you along the journey, help you along the path, help you to make decisions. There might be the network of people around you might not be supportive at all, which is making it difficult to make this transition, to have that clarity, because your judgment is a little clouded with so many people's opinions, so many people's judgments, so many people's advice. And I feel like you're kind of up against that. So let's clarify the Seven of Wands and see what that's all about. What is the Seven of Wands about here? Okay. The World in the upright position. My immediate instinct is that you want it all. And that this moment feels like a chapter is closing for you. You are at the end of a cycle. You are aligning your actions to what your heart is saying. And so that is why you feel so passionate about standing up for this choice or lack thereof, because you're very passionate. This is a hill to die on, and you're ready to do that. This might have been a cycle. So what you're experiencing now might have been done before. But now it almost feels a little different. It feels like you haven't been able to break this cycle, and now is the moment that you're going to be doing that. And maybe that is the movement that hopefully will eventually come, is breaking that cycle. So maybe that's the journey, is the cycle of the loop that you might find yourself in. And the journey to discovering patterns, the journey to self-discovery, the journey to finding clarity and making that transition into who you're meant to be, and going off onto new adventures, leaving this behind. But this feels like a precipice. You're on the precipice of that change. You're on the precipice of that transition. But something is just, there's almost a fear of staying in the cycle maybe, or doing the same thing over and over again. And maybe you feel a bit fatigued with this cycle. So maybe that's why there's a lack of passion, a lack of motivation and determination to get beyond this, is because you've done this so many times before and you're kind of done. Let's clarify this Queen of Swords. What's she all about? And why is it in reversed? So the Star in reversed. I'll put it upright first so you can see the artwork, because it's beautiful. So the Star in reversed, you're not following your own instinct, which is why there's a lack of clarity. You're not following your inner light. And again, going back to the differing opinions and the advice and the things kind of coming at you, this is almost fogging your judgment, because your instinct is telling you one thing. And maybe that's what the fellow travelers is about, is that the fellow travelers around you are not allowing you to follow your own light, or influencing you otherwise. So then you have a lack of clarity, a lack of movement, a lack of doing the things you really want to do, because you don't have that support. The support system around you might be telling you something different when your heart is telling you something else, or your inner star is telling you something else. Or maybe it is about your head and your heart. The two aren't aligning right now, and they're telling you two different things, so you're in a bit of a stalemate where you can't move forward, but you also can't stay in the cycle. And maybe the support is all around you is something that will happen in the future. Once you end the cycle and you move on, you start following your instinct, you start doing things that are aligned with your own greater good, that you're going to find a support system that will be your soul family. So let's figure out what this Page of Pentacles is about. Okay. So 6 of Wands, and it flew out reversed. 6 of Wands is about achievement, celebration. And because it's in reversed, that's not happening. I almost get a feeling of shame, because your sense of adventure, your desire for something greater has been looked down upon, has not been celebrated. And so you almost feel that way too, where you can't celebrate the wonderful, exciting things that you want to do with your life, because you have people telling you that it's not something to be celebrated. It's not something to be desired. So let's keep going here. What else does pile 1 need to know about this? Might not have anything else to say. We'll see. Okay. So we've got 2. We've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. So I'll just show you the artwork before I flip it back over. So as you can see, he's feeling pretty sorrowful. But because it came out reversed, I feel like you're going to start seeing the opportunities that await you. And these cups will turn right side up again. Your cups will start filling up again after the cycle is complete. And then I didn't look to see which way this came out, but Queen of Pentacles. I believe it came out in the upright position. So the Queen, she's very, or he's very, loves the finer things in life, is very nurturing energy. And that might be somebody that you will be connecting with in the near future. Somebody who is possibly well off, who likes the finer things in life, who is very well-to-do. I mean, heck, that could be you as well once this cycle is complete. But maybe once these cups turn over again and you can start filling your cup up, this is kind of the outcome of it all, is that you will come into your power. You will feel strong and grounded in where you are. You will feel confident. You might be materially well off, or maybe just come into better health. So I feel like it's going to happen for you. It just may be a cycle that you have to experience over and over again in order to break free from it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put these over here, and I'm going to pull one more card for the outcome, and then we'll get one final clarifier oracle card. Okay, final outcome for pile 1, please. There's no jumpers, we'll just pull. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wheel of Fortune upright. Hello. So, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is a really, it's a great card. I mean, to me, it speaks to, it can speak to fortune. It can speak to a lot of really great things. But again, we come back to this cycle. And again, this cog, this wheel, and going through the different signs. And it also speaks to a little bit of fate as well, and unexpected outcomes, or unexpected results, unexpected outcomes. And so because it's upright, I feel like that's a good thing. And it just might take time for this wheel to turn over, for you to kind of work through this, to be able to turn the page and to break this cycle. Because I feel like you've got a really good outcome if you're able to do that. And I feel like if you're seeking support, I feel like you're going to find it. But understand that this might be some kind of karmic or fated situation. I don't know much about that, but I have read a number of things about karmic contracts and cycles in life. So this could be one of those situations. And I feel above all else, you have to be able to come to the table and support yourself and to back yourself. Just like the 7 of Wands here. where she's the only one standing up there, and that has to be okay sometimes. We have to be our own cheerleader and take our own advice, follow our intuition, and do what is best for us. I don't get I get a lot of really great things. We've got a few major arcanas here, and they're all really positive. So I don't see that this is going to break certain ties with people or uproot your life in some way. I mean, I don't know. I can't predict the future, and even the cards can't predict the future. Everybody has their own free will to make decisions as they please at any given time. But with the energy that's here in the cards, I feel like the outlook is good for you, my pile 1. So let me pull one oracle card. I kind of want to do 2, but I don't think I have room for 2. So we're going to do 1. Let's see, final oracle card for pile 1, please. I apologize for the dog next door. He goes crazy all the time if he's home alone. Okay, so I feel this is coming out. Oh my goodness. So you got the Between Worlds. And it did come out reversed. So I'm going to say that I feel like we were kind of on point. The tarot was on point with the cycle that you're coming out of. And you're in between worlds right now. So there might be a little discomfort, a little fear. And that's okay. You might be in the dark and unclear about how to do this and how to go forward. But, you know, just by looking at this beautiful oracle card here that you started with, I feel like this new journey is going to have a lot of blessings, rainbows. We have an abundance of fruit here. We have your peacock friend, and I think that's a peacock down there too. And it just feels like a really lovely energy. So I feel like even though things are a little bit upside down right now, you're meant to go through this so that you can become stronger. You can become stronger and break the cycles that you've been going through, working through. Because every time we go through a cycle, we get a little bit more wise, a little bit more strong, a little bit more knowing about who we are, what the situation is, how to navigate it, how to break the cycles, and how to start something new, how to step into a beautiful new world that's full of color and life, and one that we created. And stepping out of the world that no longer serves us, that keeps us down, that mutes our colors, that dulls our shine. So this is kind of great, even though it might have a little bit of rough undertones. I feel like you're on your way, pile 1. So this was your reading. I hope it helped in some way. If it resonated, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment below to let me know if this resonated with you, and we'll see you in your next reading. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the Uncovering Treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So this card speaks to looking at things in a different way to find things that you wouldn't have normally seen otherwise. And doing a little digging to find that treasure. Or at least acknowledging those beautiful jewels, that gold that maybe you have in your life or in the people around you, or maybe within yourself. Sometimes it takes a little work. So let's see what the tarot has to share with you today. Okay, so we're going to start there, and then we'll pull some clarifiers in a sec here. So your first card is the High Priestess. Your second card is the Six of Cups. Your third card is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Your fourth card is the Two of Wands in reverse. And then your fifth card is the Queen of Swords, and it came out reversed. Or so I saw. Let's just move these so we can fit them all. So far, you're the only pile that has 5. The other pile got 4. Okay. So the starting energy for this read is the High Priestess and the Six of Cups. So I feel like you took a chance on something based on your instinct. And I'm going to say it was a relationship from your past. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship, but it could be a friendship, a boss partnership, some kind of business partner. But I feel like you took a chance on this because you had a feeling or you had an intuition that this could work out and be beneficial for the both of you. You really had some nostalgic feelings. Maybe they were offering you some gifts or some promises. And you were in a really, you just followed your heart. And you drew the cards and you put them down and you hoped for the best, but I get the sense that it didn't turn out the way you thought it would. It didn't reap the rewards that you thought it would. And so I feel like you chose yourself in the end. And it was a relatively quick, there was no question about this decision. Because it didn't reap the rewards and it didn't kind of give you your happily ever after. And that can kind of get us into a place where it kind of throws us on our head, especially if we're heart-centered and we are moving through life, listening to our intuition, listening to our heart, and it goes sideways. So then you almost question yourself. Did I make the right decision? Why did I make that decision? You might even get down on yourself because of that. So now maybe you've become unclear about how to move forward or how to make decisions in the future because your intuition might have been wrong. And I'm going to tell you, that's all right. Circumstances sometimes change, and people might not have shown you all of the cards that they were playing. So it can be hard to really, well, first it can be hard to not judge ourselves when we think we're right, we've made the right decision, things go sideways, and then we blame ourselves a lot. But coming back to your oracle card, beneath the surface lies great bounty. So what are you not looking at that you could potentially take away from this experience? I feel like there's some hidden treasures here in this. And what are those? That might help inform the decisions you make in the future. And I want to tell you to continue to make decisions from your gut, from your intuition, and take action based on that. Because yes, it can be wrong sometimes, but don't forget, there's two people in the equation. It's not just you deciding whatever it is, insert activity or dream here by myself. There's other people involved, and that is completely out of your control. So you cannot put all of the blame on yourself. And maybe that is the treasure that is here, is to forgive ourselves and to know that we did our best and to just remind ourselves our value. So you might be feeling a little bit like your confidence is shattered, like you can't speak your truth in some way, and or you want to shut down communication with this person 100% full stop. This could be a love relationship, I don't know. But because this Ten of Pentacles is a bit of a marriage card, happily ever after, having everything you want and need in life, it could be. I don't know. But take it as it resonates. So I'm just going to keep it general because this is a general reading. Any kind of partnership in your life, friendship, relationship, love relationship, business relationship. It was going along and then it got turned upside down and it didn't quite work out. And that sucks when that happens. I've had it happen many times. So it can really shake your confidence. It can really shut you down in a way and not want to listen to your intuition. But let's get a little more information on the High Priestess here. What does the High Priestess have to share with us today? What is that about? Okay, I'm going to go one more round. What does the High Priestess have to share? Okay. So Death in the upright position. I feel like you really let go of a lot of stuff to enter this endeavor, whatever it was, to enter this relationship, to enter this partnership. You had to, and which makes it all the more difficult when things don't work out, is that you might have had to let go of some things in order for this to come to fruition, in order for you to take this journey with this person. And then so when it didn't work out, it hurt 10 times more because of what you had to give up. Maybe letting go, breaking down walls, opening yourself up again, especially if this is a love relationship. There's so much wonderful beauty in that. So I feel there's a vulnerability there almost. And vulnerability is such a wonderful thing to have in life, even when things are garbage, even when people are garbage. Because nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that authenticity away from you, how you feel, how you act, how you behave. You can only control yourself. And everything else is on everyone else. So whatever you let go of here, I feel like that might be a good thing. Because with an ending like this, there comes a rebirth, there comes a renewal, a resurrection. Something else will fill the space. So I'm going to see, what is the Six of Cups about? I feel this one wants to come out. So this could have been a friendship. Three of Cups reversed, or pardon me, not reversed, upright. So this was a very emotional, heart-centered relationship that you had with somebody. Maybe there was a third person involved that kind of made things go off the rails a bit. But I keep coming back to maybe this was a good thing in the end. Because if something can so easily fall apart, then maybe it should die so that you can move on to bigger, better things and find people who are really going to value you, who are really going to treasure you for who you are. Friendship, love, relationship, it doesn't matter. And sometimes, you know, as the old saying goes, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. There are some people that are meant to be in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And maybe this was a reason or a season for this relationship. And that has to be okay, because that's part of life. Sometimes friendships fall apart, you grow apart, you discover something about someone that isn't aligned with who you are or want to be. And this Three of Cups typically speaks to celebration with friends, being joyful and having a good time. And so maybe that was part of your decision too, is that not only you're having nostalgic memories about this person could have been from your past, and you once had a good time with them. So why not? So of course it was intuitive for you because you had such fond, joyful memories. So I do not fault you for making this decision, nor should you. You made the decision from intuition, and it didn't turn out. That's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. Sometimes these things just happen. So let's pull a card for the Ten of Pentacles. What's that about? Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups in reversed. And what's interesting is that this card speaks to achievement or accomplishment, celebration, emotional fulfillment. Mostly achievement and success, but it was reversed. So again, right under the Ten of Pentacles, which was reversed. So your cups are upside down. They all spilled all over the place. And so what you thought was going to be a fulfilling partnership, friendship, relationship did not turn out the way you thought it would. And which is funny because you had such great times in the past. You had such wonderful experiences together. So naturally, you're going to assume that that's going to be the case now. But something changed. Whether you guys had been separated from each other for some time and came back together again. People have different experiences in life, and so it's hard for us to maintain that friendship, that joy that we once had, because our beliefs change, our values change, what we like and dislike change. We just become more rounded individuals in our own sense. And so this could have been a business partnership in some way, because I mean, this lady looks like she owns her own business. She's having a good time. She's celebrating the best ales, wines, and spirits. So that's pretty good achievement, especially if it's, to be the best at something. And then to not be the best at something when it's in reversed. To have it all fall down, to have it all spill over onto the floor. And what's this Two of Wands about? Twos are about decisions. So it could be the Hierophant, which is right side up. Right side up. I was going to say upside down, but no, it's right side up. But the decision came when you checked in with your own belief system, your own value system. Maybe you had somebody in your corner that had experienced something similar, and maybe you went to seek some guidance or advice, and it just became clear to you of what the decision needed to be. I almost get grandfather figure, older uncle figure. I mean, it doesn't have to be a male either. But you learned something in this process. And maybe that is the treasure here, is what you've learned in this process. You've become more wise because of this. You've become, I wouldn't say closed off, but a little more cautious in a sense. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Going with our intuition is always a great idea, because no matter what, our experiences are going to be from the place of authenticity, from a place of where our hearts truly lied and felt at that time. But there's a clarity, there's a wisdom, there's a knowing, there's a teaching and learning moment here. Again, which I feel is just beneath the surface, the gold just beneath the surface. And I don't know what this lesson is, but I feel like it was an important one. It allowed you to let go of a lot of things. Put your guard down, allow you to make quick decisions. And I feel like that might have been different from before, from previous experiences. So maybe this was a great thing that, again, coming back to that uncovering the treasure, maybe that's the gold here, is that it happened and you made decisions really quickly without maybe staying in it for a long time and figuring out years down the road that this isn't working. Maybe you've been in friendships, relationships, or partnerships before where you did stick around for too long, and maybe this was a little bit different in the sense where you sought counsel or you made a quick decision as soon as something didn't feel right to you. As disappointing as it might be, I feel like there were some great lessons to be learned here. I don't know what that is, but let's clarify the Queen of Swords. Why is she reversed? Ace of Cups. So I feel like this had to happen, in a sense, so that you could open yourself up to new opportunities and see your potential for greater things. To let the emotions flow as they needed to flow and react based on what you felt, what your intuition was telling you. Bravo, if that's the case, because it's not an easy thing, especially when there's so many fears of judgment and shame that might come with making the wrong decision or making a decision that's going to disappoint somebody else. And that could have been it too, here as well, is that you made the decision without anything going sideways or before things went sideways, and it could have disappointed somebody, but you felt like you had to. And I feel like there's such an abundance of emotion, love, opportunity, potential in this, in being in this position. I mean, reversed, literally in the reverse position, is that even though you didn't have clarity, or you were maybe a little uncertain about the decision you should make, and it was a little bit of a difficult situation that you were afraid to let go of, I feel like you're going to be, or you have gained a lot of experience with this situation. So I want to get 3 cards for the outlook. Let's see what's 3 cards for the outlook for pile 2, please. So those came in upright, but they flipped upside down. Okay. And you got 1 extra. You got a bonus round. So they all came in upright. So 10 of Swords. So you might have got to a point of burnout because you were just tired of fighting. 7 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. This could have been fated in some way where it was completely out of your control, no matter what you did, said, what the other person did or said. It could have just been a cycle you both had to go through. And then the 10 of Cups, which I feel ties in really nicely with the Ace of Cups, because even though you were a little disappointed in this situation with the reversal of the 9 of Cups and the reversal of the 10 of Cups, you're ending on a really amazing note where you've got the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. And I feel like it's going to be emotional fulfillment, abundance with something brand new. But I feel like it really exhausted you, whatever this situation was with this person. And as much as you had I want to say rose-colored glasses about this person or your history with this person. I felt like you needed to experience that to release what you needed to release and to be able to see the opportunities that are coming for you, that are ahead. So let me get one final oracle card to close your reading. And your pile 1 only got 4 cards and then the 3 cards at the end. So just in the sense that you got more cards, I feel like there's some abundance going on here. I'm going to give these just a quick shuffle. Let's see, final energy. Woo! So orphaned. And it came in upright. So you might feel like this situation has made you feel a little bit alone and a little bit like you're fending for yourself, maybe with the 7 of Wands energy here. But I'm telling you, there's lots of gold in your future, lots of opportunity for something new. And you might be going through a bit of an identity crisis and moving through a sense of loss, which is perfectly okay. And you're a little bit uncertain about what the lessons and the buried treasure is, what the opportunities ahead are, because you might still be in the midst of this, or it hasn't happened yet. But I feel if you commit to your own growth now, and you come back to self, that you're going to experience personal growth and new opportunities with new people that will enrich your life, and see the value in who you are. You can see the value in who they are. And this could be too, in this relationship, you could feel a little bit orphaned or left out in some way. Because of the 3 people here, I don't know. And just one final note before we close. Don't compromise who you are. Stay in the 7 of Wands energy, where you're standing up for what you feel, your intuition, your greater good, your personal growth. And that's not to say you can't consider other people. Just make sure that you're carving out a space in the relationship for you too. That is your reading, pile 2. I hope this helped in some way. If you liked this video and it resonated, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment below to let me know what resonated and why, and we will see you in your next reading. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. This is one of my favorite cards because it's so imaginative. It's so magical. I'd love to be friends with all of these creatures. All right, so Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. It's about faith, and when I hear Journey by Moonlight, I feel like there is a trust in yourself, trust in your journey, trust in your instincts, your intuition, and just believe in the possibilities. So that's a wonderful card to start your reading. And let's see what the tarot has to share with you today. So we're going to stop there. Okay, so I feel the first one that flew out was the Emperor. The 3 of Wands, which I'm going to call that reversed. The 2 of Pentacles, upright. The Six of Swords, upright, and the Justice card, reversed. So let's just move these over and give me a minute to figure out what might be going on here. So pile 3. The starting energy for this is the Emperor. This might be you, or might be somebody around you. Somebody who loves structure, could be very domineering. It could also represent society and the structure within society. It could also speak to protection and security. But the Emperor can rule with an iron fist. So where are you feeling insecure, unprotected, or maybe too rigid and inflexible in your life right now? Because I feel like by doing that or being around it, it is preventing you from manifesting what it is that you want, and is putting you on a bit of a hamster wheel, and it feels like it's never ending. So yeah, you might be doing really well at balancing everything. You're not really going towards your dreams. The work that you're putting in is not directing you towards your dreams. There's a bit of a lack of focus or scattered focus. And you're not building something for yourself, which maybe is a desire for you. I don't know. But either way, you might be in a job that is tireless, that is unfulfilling, that lacks direction. And maybe you have a really stern boss, I don't know. But I get a sense that you're transitioning into something new, like you've decided you don't want to do this anymore. That you want to start focusing on your dreams, and you want to believe in your potential to do that. There's almost a sense of moving on with this air balloon, but I feel like you're not going to be doing it alone. You're going to have help. Because the interesting thing about these two is that he's sitting in his throne and this person is doing all the work. And I get a feeling of tirelessness, but also very good at doing your job, about doing what you need to do to keep it upright, to keep it going. But it feels really quite, I'm just going to move these down, quite unjust in a way, unfair. And maybe you have to figure out what that fairness is. What does that look like for you? If you don't want to work tirelessly anymore, if you don't want to do all of the work to keep the machine running, then what does it look like to not do that? What is your ideal? What is your dream? If you could have it all change tomorrow, what would that look like for you? Because I feel the scales of things, the balance of things, maybe it's an imbalance in power, is off. And you want to do whatever you can to get the heck out, so that you can focus on the things that you believe, your magic, the things you desire, your dreams, your manifestations, the things that really fire you up. Because I almost feel like you are in this out of necessity almost. And that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So the question then becomes, how can you start making small changes or putting a little bit of effort into your dream, into your manifestation? Maybe you're going to moonlight in something. And maybe that could turn this Three of Wands over, where you become a little more focused on what you want, what you need. You start manifesting your dreams, and you're putting all that work, or at least some of that work, into what you want in life. So I'm going to pull a card for the Emperor. What's this Emperor about? The Ace of Pentacles in reversed. So the upright position is about opportunity, potential, sowing the seeds for material gain. But because it's reversed, there's almost no opportunity to do that in this position. Or at least in the circumstance or situation, maybe with this person or this boss. I don't know. Because I feel like you're working hard for that promotion. And I almost get the sense that it's not going to happen. And that could be because of business financials, the recession. Maybe he's not good with his money. And so there isn't an opportunity to grow or be promoted or to be relieved of some of your duties by having him or her hire somebody new to help you. Maybe the company is bleeding money. So maybe it's almost a good thing that you're putting some effort into your own endeavors, the dreams that you want to chase. So I'm going to pull, what is this Three of Wands in reverse about? Three of Wands in reverse. You got two cards, so we're going to take the bottom one, because that would have been the first. Knight of Pentacles reversed. So Knight of Pentacles, he's a slow mover. But because he's reversed and he's a knight, I feel like you're going to move through this relatively quickly. You're going to make some decisions that are going to affect your career and your future in business. And there's going to really be no strategy to it. It might be out of necessity, but there's a lack of strategy and planning with the Knight of Pentacles being in reversed. And so maybe we have to have some kind of, maybe a plan is required here. A strategy is required in order for you to get out of this situation and start chasing your dreams, your big wild dreams. And don't move too fast, because these things tend to take time, especially if we're starting from scratch. And we need to make sure our focus is in the right direction, or else we're going to spend a lot of time going the wrong way. So strategy, planning, and focus on what it is that you want in this dream of yours. And it doesn't have to be your own business. It doesn't have to be a moonlighting situation. It can just be within this job that you're in. All right, so what is this? I'm going to pull the top card for the Two of Pentacles because it seemed to want to jump out. So the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like you're dependent on this job in some way, and that's totally fine. You're dependent on the income, and there's no way for you to break free at this moment. So maybe you have no choice but to work tirelessly and to work the way you're working. But I feel you have to give yourself a bit of self-care right now. Because I feel like you might be achieving a lot, but not getting the credit for it. And in the end, maybe it's not going to be worth it. You know, maybe this business or this job that you're in is not underneath it all, not doing well. Or maybe the person running the show isn't the most savvy. Or he's too rigid, not flexible enough to see the changes he has to make in order to keep this ship afloat. You want to finally have this moment of, I've done it. I've achieved that thing. I have that opportunity to be promoted or have that title to my name. But I feel like it's not happening right now. That's not to say it won't. So what is the Six of Swords about? So that one came out upright. Four of Swords. You're tired. And that's why you want to move on. And maybe some rest is required right now before you make any decisions about anything. Maybe you just need to take a moment, take a time out, take a vacation, a holiday, use your bank time just to get some distance from it, to offer you a little more clarity. Because there's more coming. There's more work to do. And it's just a matter of time before that work needs to be done. So don't burn out. Do what you can, do your best, but also take care of yourself and make sure that you are feeling balanced in the process. And if you're not, then maybe a conversation needs to be had so that you can bring that balance back in. Even if you're not leaving this job, the job could be fine. The business could be fine, the boss could be fine, but maybe you're just doing too much to keep things going, you know? Maybe you leaving is about a break, as simple as that. Temporary, a place of rest where you can recoup, recharge, so you can bring that energy back in. Maybe there is a fear of asking your boss for time off for a vacation, because if you're the one keeping things going, keeping the lights on, working tirelessly, really hard, what's this boss going to do when you're on vacation, when you take a break, when you take care of yourself? So maybe there is a fear in asking, but I feel it might be necessary. And you know what? I'm just going to say what this card has to say. Believe in your magic. Like, be proud of your efforts. Be proud of the care that you put into your work. Be proud of your loyalty. That is your magic. And nobody can take that away from you, because that's you. You've got a great work ethic. You're great at what you do. That's magic. And so don't let someone undermine that or discount that. You deserve self-care. You deserve to take a break, especially if you're working like mad in this business, in this job. So what's this Justice about in reverse? What's this Justice in reverse about? Magician. So you might be dealing with a bit of a deceitful energy here that could be part of the boss figure that you're dealing with, or your manager, or your team lead. It could also be just a little nod to you and all of the resources you have at your disposal, all of the experience you've gained, the loyalty, the hard work ethic, the ability to manifest and create the job and the life of your dreams. There's such a power in the Magician. You know he's powerful, but he's a little humble about it. He's not flashy. He's subtle. And that might bring this upright again. He's magic. And you're magic. These two cards, there's such a beautiful synchronicity here, and a beautiful card to end on. Well, at least this main spread. We'll get into some other cards in a sec. But the Magician, you are magic. And I feel like once you start believing that and employing that magic, it's going to turn this justice upside down. It's going to turn things right. You're going to get that rest. You're going to get those opportunities. You're going to bring in the things that you want and need to really sit in this Nine of Pentacles energy upright, where she's brilliant. She's enjoying her life. She's happy. She's fulfilled. She's financially well off. And yeah, that balance of work and rest, work and rest. And hopefully you can get that. I really hope that, because burnout is not fun. I've experienced it multiple times. It's not fun. So we're going to get some final cards. 3, maybe 4. We'll see what the tarot wants to share with us today. We've already got 1 card. And they all fall down. Interesting, because the Tower is there. I don't know. Okay, so the Queen of Swords came out. And these 2 came out, and these 2 just flopped out. So because I only want to take... Okay, so the Knight of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. We'll just focus here for now. So again, what's so interesting, that this is the card of security. And I love the synchronicity of it being in this reading up against these 2 figures or cards, because this is about the balance of saving and spending. Maybe even the balance of rest and work. Wise investments. Do you work for an investment firm? I'm curious. Because I feel like there might be, and this Magician here might be coming in to just say like, hey, maybe this is why the company is not doing well, is because there's been some financial mishaps that you're unaware of. I don't know. It's hard to say. But there's a security there. Security, or maybe maybe this boss or this business is hoarding away money, and they have money for the promotion, or they have money to get help on the team, but they're not. So they're hanging on to it. But I feel like you're coming with this Magician, finding your magic, you're gonna find your voice. You're gonna cut through the BS. You're gonna be really clear, and you're gonna communicate. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is how much money I want. And you're going to be very stern about that. But you're also going to do it with great passion. You're going to take these actions with heart. It's not going to be, it might be a little impulsive, but there's going to be so much care behind it and so much clarity that I feel that'll be okay. Because I almost get the sense that you might be financially insecure, which is maybe why you're working so hard. I know there's a lot of people, including myself, who are struggling a bit right now. Like, you deserve to be appreciated and valued and seen for the magical person and valuable person you are. And I must say, your value does not just lie in work, okay? But there is so much more that you bring to the table that they might not be seeing. Your charm, your compassion, your empathy. But some boundaries, I feel, need to be set, because you need to bring in that self-love again in order to get that balance. And believe in your magic. I'm going to pull from the top now, because these are the 2 cards I put back, and I'm curious to see how they work into this. So you've got the Hermit in reversed. So speaking to not following your light, your inner light, taking on too many things that are not yours and being bogged down in the process. And maybe that is why you're not following or hearing your inner light. It's because you're dealing with so much going on around you. So much stuff that you can't hear it. And maybe it's telling you it's time to take a break. It's time to take that vacation. You deserve it. You've earned it. Time to take that break, and you're not. But I feel like you will. Okay, so the last card is the Tower upright. So I feel like if you keep continuing not listening to your intuition and working yourself like mad, that you could really come into a place that is disruptive and could really rock your foundation. I mean, a person, when they work too much, too hard, too fast, it could really impact their health. It could impact their relationships around them. It could impact even their productivity at work. So that's a little bit of a warning there. Set your boundaries. Offer yourself a little bit of love. A little bit of compassion, kindness. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing a great job. I'm going to pull one final card from the Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm going to try to shuffle here without messing the table. I don't have a lot of room on this table, so. All right, let's see what the Oracle cards have to share for your final message as we end this reading. Final messages for pile 3, please. Thank you. And the Time to Go card, but it's kind of not reversed and it's kind of not upright. So I'll show you the card and then we'll talk about what it means. Time to go is clear. It's time to go. You've run the course. But the reversal is, it might feel like it's time to go, but you're not quite done yet. And because it came out kind of sideways, I'm going to say you are in a place where you're close to getting to that point of time to go. And it doesn't have to be a physical leaving of the job. It could just mean it's time to make a change. It's time to open a new door. It's time to walk into that new door. So take that as it resonates. And this was your reading, pile 3. If you like this reading, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And let me know in the comment section if this resonated with you at all. And we will see you in your next reading.